Yes. Welcome to the Temple Breakdown. We about to break some knowledge down. We're gonna build it back up and dish it out for you to completely and totally understand. Today, we talking about the breakdown of the psychological effects of hate. What's your views on hate? Before I even start, as you're listening to our breakdown, make sure you comment down below about what you're hearing. Interact with what we about to say. This is the breakdown, and we about to really break it down. And we really gonna build it back up. Let's talk.
All right. Well,
Okay.
as I stated before, you can have hate come at you in many different forms. It can come through your work. It can come through dealing with people on an everyday basis. It can come through your family. Sometimes people feel like they're entitled, um, or a little bit of fear and all those other characteristics that make up the word hate. That can drive
Right.
someone into feeling that they hate, and they probably really don't even understand. A lot of time with a lack of understanding, those feelings and emotions come out through doubt and fear and rejection, and a lot of times
Right.
people don't know how to say no or accept no. So that would be, um, just little small little energies, that's emotions that builds up that hate in someone.
Right.
Yeah, them
I'll
effects of
say this when it
hate, them effects of hate can turn out to be something that actually just eat at you. Even with
right.
self-hate, it eats at you. That means it's in a rotten stage of actually dying or decaying even in
Right.
sound, even in sound. So these frequencies of hate, it's way more than just the hate of a physical aspect. It comes in the
Right.
origin of even the pesticides. It's multiple things that's causing part of the processes of hate and having us go
Right.
crazy. And sometimes we can hate so much that we are taking out on people that don't even deserve it. That's even the family around you.
Right.
The psychological aspects
Ah,
of making you end up into depression or any type of suicidal act. So hate can actually be
right.
even uh, the effects that you have on yourself, even the little multiple things that we do that's hurting us sustainability of life. So so in the psyche, that's why some people go crazy, you know, in their psyche. So self hate alone is a breakdown process of death.
I'll say this
Wow.
too, y'all. And I'm gonna keep saying this. I done said this before in one of our previous videos, but it was on a different matter. But when it comes to hate, we hate, we lack communication, we lack understanding. We all come from different backgrounds, different struggles. But because we're not learning or because we're not accepting each other and not accepting ourselves, our authenticity, or as brother would say, our genuineness, we're not accepting that. We're gonna continue to do this. And like brother was saying, hate eats at you. Hate is like a hate will eat at you to the point where you don't know who you don't know who nobody is. All you know is that your mission and purpose, it'll have you thinking like this. Your mission and purpose is to take out whatever stand in your way, whatever bring you anger, whatever make you mad. That's your mission. After that hate be done swallowed you. That's just like drinking liquor. I used to follow. all y'all watching, because I know some of y'all drink, but that's just when that it exposed how you really feeling. Friend and something like drinking liquor, it exposed how you really feeling. You ain't even got to say nothing to nobody. That energy, it oozes off of you. Your facial expression, your tone of voice, the way you look at somebody, all they see it. It's like a bad odor. It's like you done lived in a trash can for about 20 years. It's like that type of bad odor. And people can pick up, but back to what I was saying about the whole, different backgrounds, different struggle situations. We all go through different struggles, but we have similar problems. But we don't acknowledge each other. We're and listen to other things. Actually listen to each other. And then too, I say this. A lot of the hate that's going on right now is built up because we too scared to talk about what we got going on, our problems. We too scared to talk about it because we don't know who to talk to. Cause you can go tell this person about what you got going on, and this person go tell the whole neighborhood, and you ain't gotta ask nobody where it's coming from or who said it. You know who said it. So it's a lot of emotion that you got built up that you want to get out, but you scared to talk to. You don't know how to express it. All you know is a violent interaction, and that violent interaction makes you feel better temporarily. Makes hate is a wicked thing, y'all.
Would you
It's
say
a
that
very wicked
pride
thing.
sets in there?
Yes, I would. Yes, yes.
Ego,
Heavy. Yes.
selfishness.
Envy. Yes.
What about lust?
That too. That can very well.
That goes in.
And
That goes into play with you.
right.
If I might add, hate is like what the brother Jamal said, hate is a weakness. Okay? Hate
Mm-hmm.
hate is a lack of knowledge. Hate is segregation.
Right.
Hate is segregation. Hate is rejection. Hate is saying no, 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 no. That right there, I don't fuck with that right there. That right there is rejection. Um, Also, like, some of the things that come from hate, that stem from hate is like, energy in motion. After you reject something, you to either protect yourself, you would treat it a certain type of way. There's fear. I agree with you that there's a level of fear in not involving hate, but involving the emotion, the energies that are in motion after you reject a certain thing that keeps coming your way. You to protect whatever it is that you're rejecting it from. You then get physical. So many different forms of hate. I remember, before we even started this build, I asked the queen, like, okay, if someone smacks your mama and you coming for that person who smacks your mama, is that necessarily hate? Why you coming for them?
Yeah, because you hate the fact that he slapped your
But what's
mama.
making you come for them in revenge? Is that hate?
The lack of
Revenge.
respect.
The word revenge now, because if I
Revenge.
was to punch someone in the
Yes.
mouth, hear me out now, because I'm talking about the violent aspect of this word. That's hate. If I was to punch someone in their mouth, is that hate? Like, that's a violent act. If I was to knock out a tooth or
Right.
something like that, I can see the person would hate me, right? This person would hate me.
Yeah,
This
that's
person wouldn't want me to do that again. This person would be so hurt.
the action. Right.
They'd be so hurt emotionally that they would then want to kind of either never want to see me again, or be so hurt that they want to do something about it. I'm hearing like an echo. It's kind of like hard to keep my thoughts going. Like hard to keep my thoughts going. It's coming from you, Jamal.
My bad, Garvey.
You got your speaker on high. Turn it down a little bit.
I meant to tell you, you remember the female telling you about that time that in the video, she wants to join right now. So I'm trying to send her a link. I was gonna tell you a few seconds ago, but I didn't want to. You was talking.
You talking about Aminette?
The one I was telling you about. The one that
okay.
That I'm that's associated. Right, that's associated with me.
Okay.
She wants to join, so I'm trying to go. Excuse
you know how to
me
send
if
it
y'all hear any type of. I'm basically finna I'm finna find her. I'm finna find her and I'm finna put her in the find people, cause I'm gonna add people now.
Okay.
So I'm basically gonna add her like that.
If you could do it that way, because it's just a button. It's a button that you click and it says invite. But go ahead and figure it out while we continue to build. We're talking about right now. But hey, brother Jamal, can you turn your speaker down a little bit? Because I'm hearing like an echo.
Hold on, I'm out temporarily.
I'm gonna have to mute your mic.
Let me. Okay, do that. Do that real quick.
All right, so back to the build, breaking it down. We talking about the psychological effects of hate. And what I was just trying to identify is we kind of like understand hate, but what is that after hate that will make you want to act in a hateful type of format, or to make you act detrimental to someone, give you a motive to fuck a nigga up, bust some ass, bust a cap in that ass. What about hate will make you want to destroy someone and be destructive to your own
That's the emotion. That's the emotion, that emotional energy that you feel you need to do something, that revenge, you feel you need to get something back because you feel like that someone probably moved unjust to you. That's that injustice, that unjust feeling that you feel on it. Because if you feel that you didn't get justice, that's going to make you want some type of revenge, some type of knowledge on it, that may carry some hate. So this is a very big subject here when we talking about to where we want to retaliate after being harmed, or after someone did some type of a crime that doesn't fit our morals, our standards, or that goes against ourselves. But one thing about it, we have to always think, what is it that we done ourselves to put ourselves in that predicament to get those particular energies, to give that same energy back off of that hate emotion.
All right. So if I'm following you correctly, one of the psychological effects to hate is energy in motion.
Energy that's in motion.
That's in motion. Emotion, energy in motion. All right. So, but I think if you could repeat that again, because I didn't get the full message. You said that it's something that we need to know to stay out the way of, or what was that part? Can you say that part again?
We have to stop pointing the finger at someone else because we have been because a crime has been done against us. We have to look at ourselves, check ourselves.
Okay, no, I feel that, but I also want to add on top of that, there might be someone else that's already in motion. What about a bitter person that within, they don't know how to control their energies that are in motion within the being, and it's causing.
When you have someone that is in action, that's actually in motion out of those hate emotions, that's because they may not have they two things. They may not have all of the information that's making them feel unjust, or they may have all of the information for what reason why they feel like they got to do something about it.
Cause look, segregation. We know hate is segregation, is rejection, these type of things. So a person could feel that way because they have been rejected in the past. This person has energy in motion within the being that they haven't settled and taken out of motion. So this person with energy in motion, you can bump into this person. Say this person is me with this energy and motion with inside my vehicle, and I come around you and you say something to me. I'm ready to pop. It's like a balloon. I'm ready to pop. Say anything. Say anything. Look, you looking at me funny? Like this. This is a sickness. It's a form of psychosis. It's a psychological effect to hate.
Now that's the next stage of
That's hurt.
That's
Hurt
rage.
people hurt people.
Right.
When you
That's,
hurt me, I feel like I want to hurt you.
That's the effect of being. That's the effect of being rejected.
and the rejection.
When you get rejected, you're getting pushed into motion. Like you, I don't want this. Like check this out. You see this? I don't want that. You see the motion of that? I'm laughing, but it's for real. Like you see, once you get rejected, you're now in motion. And the effect of that is energy in motion, right? This energy in motion, this emotion, you're feeling something now, right? Because I don't think
Right.
after the feeling, then you start to develop motives, right? The ego comes into play. You want revenge.
Plans come into play too.
Plans come into play, and you start developing motives, and you fueling that to go get your revenge, or you're developing motives, or you're developing more hate, which is more segregation and more putting up your block. You know, you putting up your guard because you have been rejected in the past, or you've been hurt in the past, or you had some energy in motion, some negative energy in motion directed towards you, and you received it and kept it in your vehicle.
Hmm. That also may be a familiar place, because when people get hurt, they pay attention to how others may treat them, right? Because they may not be feeling hate at that time. They just feeling the hurt from whatever circumstances, situations that have happened in the past. So now we going okay, carry on. So now um you interact with other beings, and you find yourself in that familiar place that sparks, reopen, rehash that hurt feeling. So now you starting to look at what that if I already felt that before. I know what it looked like. It's familiar. And being now that you're back into a familiar place, you have the opportunity to rewrite that. You have the opportunity to uh 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 allow that circumstance, that situation. You can either change it, or sometimes the force may be against you where you can't change it and you see it coming head on. So now you're moving into another emotion. And once you move in from that hurt into another emotion because you're seeing it, it's like, wow. It's like, oh my God, this is a familiar place. So I'm not trusting anyone. So see, now you got all these different characteristics that's starting to come into play before that hate really kick in.
So
Hey, I can't trust nobody. I'm feeling doubtful. That hurt done you done spark my hurt all over again. So that's going to make me look at you some type of way. And I'm not actually hating the person. I'm hating the situation. Now, if I tell the person about it, hey, look, this feels some type of way, and I'm giving you all the reasons, the circumstances, the history on it, and you still choose to not comprehend it, because see, look, you can't teach understanding. You can only teach knowledge and wisdom. You done gave them the knowledge on how wise you was about that feeling, and they not taking it in so that they can get it at their given time, so that they cannot do the same crime to you. Now you're looking at them like that. Damn, now I really hate you because I know I done sat you down and express this very thing to you, and you're acting it out. So that's making the hate look more towards the being instead of the situation. So now I want to change the situation, and being that your body is in place, it's the energies is going to focus towards you because you're still carrying that action out. So now it's looking like I'm hating you when I really hate the situation. See, that's the difference. I mean, just because whatever color you are, or whatever circumstances that they are, I'm hating that situation. Not necessarily meaning that I'm hating that person, but now being that you're in that position, you're that being that's there. You gotta take the whippet along with that situation.
Hold on, real quick. Hey Jamal, can you turn your speaker down? You gotta turn your speaker down, brother.
All right.
Yeah. All right, Queen.
Yeah. So, we have to properly identify if the hate is really towards a person or the situation at that particular time.
All right, so I want to ask you. I want to show you this. Like, you know, I'm following you. What you're saying. I want to give it another shot, or just I want to articulate it another way right now. Right.
Yes.
So we're saying we have you know, identified hate as a form of rejection. Um, Also, it could be a form of defense to a non-educated person.
That's right.
Right? So I want to show you an example, if I may, you and the viewers, an example of rejection. Okay, this is going to be a little vulgar now. All right,
Or it may be an unjust act.
I'm gonna show you something real quick. I just want to show you. I want to warn you ahead of time. It's going to be a little vulgar now. Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm going to use some words to show you, and you're going to hear the words that I'm going to use, and you're going to feel the energy and motion that I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it 3 times. Okay. There's 3 times. That's it. You ready?
3 times a
I got your
charm.
permission. I'm about to cuss. I'm about to cuss like a motherfucker. Listen to this now. No, just hear me out. Please forgive me though. Okay. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You hear that? That's I reject you. You hear them words, man? I reject you. How did that make you feel? It make you want to fight? Fuck you.
Well,
how does that make you feel?
Being that we're actually saying it on live, I don't feel no type of way. But if it was something before that, to where it took you to the point that actually came out your mouth to say that to me at that point in time, that you ain't care what the heck was going on with me for you to have to tell me F me, oh, that would be a big problem, because I would want to know what's making you so insensitive about my situation that you would have to say that. See,
I think
it's
when
the
I
situation.
say that, when that is said, it's like, yo, I reject you. You ain't shit. And the person on the opposite side of that is feeling like, oh, you trying to play me? I'm something. You trying, what's up? Huh? I ain't oh. So that's the most emotion now. Now that you rejected me and I'm something, and I think you then belittled me, right? I think highly of myself, and you belittle me. I feel like I have to move towards you and show you what time it is.
Right.
You see? So that it triggered that. Those words, that hate triggered me to kind of show you what time it is, or show a person what time it is. You see what I'm saying? So basically where I'm getting at, if I'm receiving words like that, I should be able to know, like, okay, this right here, I can see what this is, you know, and not allow those words to control me to move in that negative type of way. There's so many other things that I could do. I can leave. I could try to defuse the situation, or I can knock the nigga the fuck out.
That hate is actually is the greatest deception from a person's perspective. It's the greatest deception.
I like how that sounds. I like that. That's real.
That's the greatest deception is hate. It's the deceitful things that people do. Hate is the psychological thing that makes a person have to be defensive. If it wasn't no hate, it wouldn't be no defense. It wouldn't be no defense. So the psychological effects on this, it makes people act out ignorantly. Even though ignorant ain't a bad thing, but when you act out foolishly with an act of hate, you taking away your soul and you taking away the next person's soul as well. Because you don't have no genuine love in that. Hate don't have no care for nothing that's living at all. Nothing that's living at all. You or anybody else or any aspect of nature or anything. So it don't have no place on the other side at all. It just placed in a perception that give you a deception. That's it. Give you an illusion of what's actually real. Because the reaction of these hateful things making other people do the same thing. Like monkey see, monkey do. You see me I see you hit my mother, I'ma hit you. But even worse, you hit her with your hand, I'ma hit you with this stick. And vice versa. I'ma come back harder than you did.
But this what just to tap into what you were saying. Someone hit my mama, I'm gonna come for them too, but not out of hate. I'm coming for you to make you feel the pain that you made my mama feel. I'm coming for you because you violated something that was dear to me. None of that is hate for me. Ain't none of that segregating. It's not like I'm segregating you. It's not like I'm rejecting you. I'm coming for that ass because you disrespected something that was a part of me. Or you get it? I'm looking at it like that. That's not a necessary.
I know what you're saying and where you're coming from with it. But hate is hate, regardless of however you look at it. The reaction of hate is a hate.
Hold on now. Hold on.
So you mean to tell me? You mean to tell me if I'm defending myself, that's hate?
And defense, you have to use the same measures that was measured on you to defend yourself from it.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that's hate, though.
No, it's justifiable hate.
Oh.
I can't disagree. No, that's if I'm okay.
It's justifiable hate. I mean, because it's actually an act that you're gonna end up seeing off of hate. If you killed my brother, I hate the fact you did that. So with that hate that I have to solve this, to ease my mind, and I go take your life to ease my mind because the hate that I hated.
There it is. Hi, so everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Can you guys see me? I don't know if you guys can see me. Probably not. I don't know.
No, we can hear you though.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Let me get my camera back.
So while you're doing that, if you can hear us, we talking about the breakdown, the psychological effects of hate. We was kind of in the middle. We had a brother talking. So if anything, just kind of listen to where the dialogue is headed, and just jump in once you can identify the subject.
Okay.
Hey, but Jamal, you still ain't
get it rolling.
You got an echo on your side, Jamal. You gotta turn that down.
It's still. Oh, no wonder. I thought I turned it down. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second.
All right, yeah, go ahead, brother.
What about now? Okay, but
I mean,
anyway,
Darnell was just building.
I'm gonna go off what you was talking about. I'm gonna go off what you was talking about just now, brother Darnell.
You got headphones, bro? Because I
understand what
I still hear that in the back.
Hold on, let me put these pink ones in.
All right.
But
yo,
this is ridiculous.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to mute your mic.
Hold on, y'all.
Get off me.
All right. So Darnell, you was breaking it down. Go ahead. Back to the bill.
Yeah, I mean, where
Oh,
was you know how I do it? I
can
do it
y'all
in
hear me
moments.
now?
You know, I was talking
Yeah, we hear
about
you.
the deception.
Perfect, perfect.
You know, I do moments, so I end
Right.
up trying to go back and recalculate what I just said. You know,
Yes.
it ain't gonna come out the same way.
Oh, I think I was about to ask you a question now.
Yeah.
So, because
All right, can you
I
guys see me
said
now?
yes,
Mhm.
yes, Queen. We can see you. Peace, peace, peace.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, so check this out. Here's the question, okay? Because when I asked you, if someone slapped my mama and I come for that guy, I told you that I wasn't coming for him out of hate. I'm coming for that man because he violated something that's precious for me and caused pain on that. And I'm coming for his ass so I can cause pain on his ass so you can understand how that feels. It's not necessarily hate. It's not really hate. So, but you said it was. I want to
Right.
ask you this real quick.
mhm.
The person who eats meat, do they hate the animal? Do they hate the cow?
They got to.
No, they just know better. They prefer not to eat the meat.
Right. I mean, this
Right.
if hate that was
And that's what we gotta do. We gotta prefer not to
that,
eat the meat so we don't have to hate.
you know.
You
So,
gotta answer that. You gotta answer that. Come on, brother.
bro, now, cause see, the justifiable hate is actually the hate that already exists. Now, I'll be foolish to say I wouldn't hate the fact that this dude and did something to my love. I hate that. I can't say I love
Right.
that at all. Period. So it's a justifiable hate to
Right.
give back to a person. If the hate didn't if the hate didn't exist, I wouldn't
Uh-oh.
have to be. If the hate didn't exist, I wouldn't have to be defensive. Because to do an act like that, you got to be hateful. To even achieve a act like that, you got to be defensive. Why do I got to be defensive of a hate?
Right.
That make me have to be hateful of that hate. If it didn't exist, it wouldn't be like that at all. So it's a justifiable hate.
Right.
You playing with the
And you
words.
know what?
Look, you added justifiable to
I
the
want
word hate. So Queen, what's your name
See,
again? Queen, who just came in?
Kaylin.
Kaylin. So
peace,
we're
Caleb.
identifying hate. We kind of like identified hate as rejection, or
Right.
you can also call it as a defense. Kind of defending yourself. But
Mhm.
that is an aspect of hate when you lack the knowledge.
Right.
Push it
when
all the way on there
when
before it falls.
someone does a hateful act onto you, you then are in motion, like rejection. Like, so if I was to reject this bottle, it goes somewhere, right? It's going that way. So this is energy in motion.
Right.
So
Right.
in the beginning, I just cursed a few words. I was like, "Fuck you," right? Because that is like, I don't accept you. That is rejection.
Right.
When you say that to someone, it triggers emotion. You get, and that emotion makes them want to act in a certain
React.
way.
Exactly. Yeah.
React.
Yeah.
So I asked him, like, hey, if someone was to smack my mama, you know what I mean, and I go for that ass, is that hate? Am I hating him, or you feel me, or am I defending someone?
It's not hate. You're going based off the reaction of what was projected to you. That's basically what my perception is of that. You're
Yeah.
just going based off you're acting off pure emotion. That's part of our nature. You get what I'm saying? To to not necessarily become defensive, but to it's in our nature to protect or to
There you go. I
I don't know
like
how
that.
to put it. I'm sorry.
No, you right. There you go. It's in our nature to protect. So
Right.
when I go for that ass, when I'm going for that ass, I'm coming to make sure that this does not happen again.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
coming to make
Right.
sure my queen that just got violated, right,
Right.
feels safe now, knowing
Mm-hmm.
that this won't
Right.
happen again because I have to do the necessary requirements to stop that from ever happening. You get me?
Exactly. Yes.
Is
Yeah.
that hate?
Right.
Is protection hate? You know, the reason why we're talking about this, why it's so important to have this type of dialogue, is to educate ourselves when that hate does come around, we know exactly
Right.
what to do
And
with
how
it.
how to react. And it
Yeah.
builds trust within us as kings and queens and as men and women. It builds trust. How can we get around this to where we understand it? You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. So I get what you're doing. I get what you're saying. Just like I seen this video, I hate to use social media, but I seen this video of this young lady in court and she had on some kind of wig. It was like purple, blue, and the reporter guy, I guess he was trying to talk to her. He was asking her what type of hair she had on. He was a white guy, and not that race matters, but he was asking. He was like, "What type of stuff? What type of hair is that?" And it was three kings right behind her, and he got to touching her hair. He was acting like he was gonna pull it out, and he was like, "Oh no, you never touch a black girl's hair." But he still insisted on trying to pull her hair out. He chased her around the whole courtroom, not the courtroom, but the outside of the courtroom, snatched her wig off and ran off with it and thought it was a joke. And instead of the kings protecting her and saying, "You don't do this, don't touch her," they just laughed. You know what I'm saying? So I get the purpose of the conversation, because we need to build some kind of grounding where they shouldn't feel comfortable. Not just them, but it shouldn't. Nobody. Period. Nobody. Period. Even if it's our own kings, or even if it's our own queens, nobody should feel comfortable getting into the space of who you should be protecting. Your people. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I agree. Like, definitely, shame on those two brothers for not standing up for the queen. Because if they
Right.
did, if they was to stand up for the queen would have never felt those type of ways how she felt.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, because they were
you know,
saying, "Oh, she was laughing, and she was laughing," but it was obvious that it was out of, you know,
embarrassment.
um, yeah, embarrassment, basically. And it
Yeah,
wasn't. I wouldn't say it was their fault. It's just it's conditioning. It's conditioning. We were conditioned not to defend
right,
ourselves. You get what I'm saying? We were
right.
conditioned not to defend ourselves, and so we need to get back into it. You get what I'm saying? So it's I'm glad we're having this conversation. I'm glad that I actually jumped in. I'm sorry. My mind is coming from a totally different thing right now. Just getting off work not too long ago. So yeah,
That's
it feels
understandable.
good to have some kind of wind down and talk about something that needs to be talked about.
It's a pleasure to have you here and making history with us.
Oh, that's great. I feel
Definitely.
good being here.
Yeah,
I want to know
those
everybody's name. What's your name, brother? Daryl?
my
Darnell?
yeah, I like being called Mace. I like
Mace?
being called Mace. Yeah, that's that government tax name that I got.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
And
I'm Garth.
what's your name, sister? I can't pronounce your name. What is it? I'm
Nasiba.
sorry. Oh, that's pretty, Masiba. Okay, well, I don't know if you guys heard me say my name. My name is Kaylin.
Appreciate
Yes,
you.
Sister Kaylin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Would you say that that is a transfer of energy that has to be uh put back in force, because that hate has a particular energy that is given off. So when it's in your
Hmm.
realm, when it's around you and it's
Right.
projected towards you,
Right.
9 times out of 10 you want to project that hate back to that person to make them feel what they're giving off.
What they're giving
Yeah,
off. Yeah.
And
yeah, like,
Right.
that's called
So, and a lot
justifiable
of
hate.
times, depending on the situation, we have
Just
to be careful of the energies
justifiable
and
hate.
re-channel that hate energy to knock them right out their square, so that we don't have to knock them on their ass.
on the ass,
Exactly.
yo, you see
Exactly.
that?
Hey,
I
You
just
on
wanted to
fire,
put that
you
in
on
there.
fire.
I'm gonna say this
That
right
was
here.
good.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Yo,
say this. I'm
Yeah,
I'm
justifiable
I'm
hate.
what the
That's
brother saying about about the net about that about what he's saying, y'all. It's kind of chopping, but yeah, I understand what he's saying about that. But I look at it like this right here. Okay, I mean, put yourself in this situation. He was saying, say your brother got shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your brother, or it don't necessarily have to be your brother, but I'm just saying in general. or your sister got shot or some of that nature. You know who did it. Well, now you building up this rage, this animosity. You know, you building up all this tension, and you gonna get to this point where it's like a ticking time bomb. You guarantee you gonna have flashbacks about this. So
Yeah.
whenever you see this, it's on site. Mixture of emotions. It's on site. It's like, okay, when I see him, I'm gonna hit him in the head with an axe. When I see him, I'm gonna blow his top back. You know, some of that nature. So, you know,
Yeah.
I kind of see what the brother's saying. It is a little hate involved in it because, you know, you got a mixture of emotions. You got a mixture of emotions in there, man. You got sadness. You got your grieving moment. You know, you got all this right here mixing in together. And
Yeah.
now you just ready for the world. You ready
Hey,
for whatever.
all right, because I hear what you're saying. Okay, I do,
You
but
can't separate it, man.
hold
It
on,
Right.
is
man.
what
Hold
it
on,
is, man.
hold
Love
on.
versus love. Hate
Just check
only
this out.
versus hate.
All right,
Negativity
so
only gains negativity. Positivity only gains positive.
Yeah.
Reacting to negative, you only be negative with that negative.
wait a
That's
minute,
true.
wait a minute. So if you defending yourself, all right,
Oh,
is
man.
that hate? You hating these people who attack? If you being attacked and you know, defending yourself, is the
Hey,
person in defense protecting themselves,
okay. Remember the
administrating hate, or like Queen Nasiba said?
I wouldn't.
I think she really hit it in a nutshell. You know that. All right, check this out. She said hate
Right.
is transferable energy, and you got to be mindful
Right.
of the person directing it to you. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Can you talk some more on that, Queen
Right.
Nasiba?
Okay. When I stated that, in any situation, I don't care if it's your family, your friends, a relationship, jobs. I don't care if someone took a loved one from you, or you lost a loved one, natural causes, anything that is going to manifest those different feelings of emotion, of hurt, loss. You upset, you're disappointed. Um, uh, uh, you feel disrespected, you feel like you didn't get justice,
Mm-hmm.
because that all boils
Right.
down to it. So now you
Right.
have someone that's in your circumference, that's because we're nothing but a ball of energy
Mm-hmm.
that matters. It ain't the
Right.
fact that we don't matter. Oh, we matter, because you cannot be in
I
this
like how you said
atmosphere and don't matter, because you're part of matter.
Right.
Look, I told you I don't like little kids. Now stop, little girl.
that. Bar.
So um then you have to have you have to humble yourself, because you have to be careful of that
Right.
energy that is projected to you. And if that
Mhm.
hate energy is projected to you,
Right.
you want to give that same amount of energy back to that person, because it's just
Absolutely.
like positive energy. If that person is
Right.
giving you that a high positive energy, you want to give that high positive energy back. If that person is giving you that negative energy, or to the lowest amount to the highest amount, you're trying to match that by giving it back. So that's what I
Right.
mean by transferal of
Right.
energies. And you have to be careful of it, because guess what, I might have someone that I'm feeling that energy before they come in the door, and I'm like, oh, I sweat, I got to deal with this. And I
Mm-hmm.
see how
Mm-hmm.
they coming off. I don't know what happened throughout their day, or what really happened in their lives for them to have that reaction, or what had sparked that for that to come up, for them to be coming off to where they're coming off. But now
Right.
my mind has to be at ease to where I see it, I feel that energy, so that I can rechannel it to
Mm-hmm.
give more positive energy on top of the energy, that negative energy, to shut that right on down. See, it's a way
Exactly.
that you have to deal with that. But if you don't
Right.
understand it, and that person is coming to you with that 100% hate energy, and you want to get that 100% hate energy back, it's going to be a combustion. Something is going to
Exactly.
happen. Somebody is going to get hurt.
Right.
But if
Yeah.
you can rechannel that energy enough, because sometimes we're not always on point. Sometimes it'll catch us off guard. But
Mm-hmm.
And then you have situations to where like
Right.
tag, like brother Jamal say, tag that as soon as I see that person, I want that. Those are the woulda, coulda, shoulda characteristics that you wish you was there to help that situation. You wish you was there to be a defense for that situation, so that that person or yourself can have that justice that you know you're supposed to have naturally. That still goes back to some of the things
Right.
that we talked about of having that unconditional love. Now, if you don't have that, and you don't know how to give back that energy to rechannel it, you can't even rewrite your own our story, because now you're falling a victim to the very conditions and using it as an, oh, my family and this happened in my family, and my dad did it, and my mom did it, and my cousin did it. You want to still go back to those same stories to justify why your actions is what it is, and it don't even have to be that way.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree. I agree with what you said as far as basically reevaluating your energy before you let it, before you take whatever energy that you have bottled up, reevaluate your energy before you put it in motion. Just like was brother, I'm sorry, how you pronounce your name again, brother?
Mason,
So
Mason.
not
brother
Mason.
Garth.
Yeah. Is it
Mason,
you said
man.
Garth. Garth.
Garth?
Garth.
Okay.
Anything great. I love great
Gar.
words. I love great
Oh,
words.
Garth.
Yeah, Garth.
Okay, just like you said, just how you used the example with the water bottle,
Yeah.
putting it in motion. We do need to reevaluate how just how am I gonna put this? Like basically in basics, like you guys were talking about, as far as what you put into the universe comes back out. It's just basic, like karma. And what, like what she was, oh God, I can't get it out. I'm just all scrambled.
That's like
But,
you saying, sister, you know, like when you said about the bottle, when he did that, my mind went
right.
to, you remember we used to play with the big old punching
And
bag,
we move it
and it
back
had
like
the
this.
weight
Good
at the bottom.
example.
So when you
Yup.
You
hit it,
guys see
it
Black
comes back
Panther?
to you.
Yup.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. So if the amount of force that you use to knock it over, that thing is coming back at you.
Right. Yeah,
It bounces
exactly.
right back at you. Yes.
Exactly. So did you, I want to ask, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but did any of you guys see Black Panther?
Yeah, I did.
I
Okay.
did.
Okay. I don't, did anybody else not see it? Because I don't want to ruin it if you didn't.
I ain't see it. I might not
Okay, well,
even
it's not gonna really ruin it. It's more so
go ahead.
what I'm not sure if you guys know about Black Panther's suit and the description of his suit, but in the movie they created his suit where if you get hit a certain amount of times, it builds up um some kind of power for this, for him to be able to
Kinetic energy.
exactly kinetic energy by the force of him being hit by multiple things. And once he's being hit so much on this suit, it glows, it lights up with this kinetic energy, and he'll have that energy to be able to do something. I can't really put it in words, but
What we just said, sister, you when he got hit
Hey,
with the amount of power that he got hit with, the suit
Being bottled up.
receives it.
right,
It receives it and it holds it, so that
right.
when he's ready to unleash that same amount of force back at whatever it is, he can
whatever,
let it go. That's like the
exactly,
transfer of energy.
Right.
right, exactly.
So I want to tap into that transfer of energy aspect, because this we getting real close to it now. We really zooming into this word called hate, which is a
Right.
transfer of energy. This is a negative energy that when I direct it towards that ass, it makes you want to direct it back towards me. So what to do in a situation like that when you have this hate directed towards you? Do you kill it with love? Do you diffuse it with love? Or do you issue back the hate back to the person in a sense of justice, in a sense of revenge? Is justice hate? Is justice hate?
Right.
Is revenge hate? When you receive that energy and you send it back, is that, what is that? Is that hate? Is that defense? Energy defense? What's your views on that?
Well,
I like that. Like,
transfer of the energy, period. Because see, listen, if you have to commit a crime, a defense, that little seed that made you end up have to defend yourself like that, it gonna grow in you. That's how that hate continue on growing and growing and growing until it goes into a rage.
That's true.
You know,
It
so
festers.
that's
It creates a root.
right. So that don't solve none of the problems at all. It don't solve the problem. It just create another one. That's
Yeah,
it.
it compiles.
Right.
It compiles. Say for instance, you was you got robbed. Okay, that fear, you got robbed. You wish you could have did something about it. Your family members probably heard. They feel some type of way. They wish they could have. They wish they could have been there to do something about it. Okay, now that's one crime. Now, say for instance, you got something else different. You may have been in a domestic violence. So now you done got robbed. You got domestic violence. So now you got all these things that actually build up because you've been unjust in some type of way, shape, or form. Because it don't have to necessarily be one situation. It can be a combination of situations to where what the bottom line is that, dang, I really didn't have a defense to protect myself. So now you don't build up you don't build up a protective shield within yourself, but nobody knows about it. And then when you are around others and other things happen, you don't have that trust. You're looking over your shoulder because you don't know if you're gonna get robbed or you're gonna get domestic violence. I'm just using those two as an example. So and it could be other things. So now, just like Brother Mason said, it can fester and it can build up for so long and so long. So now you believe that you're to a maturity level where you can defend yourself, and now it seems like your defense is coming off wrong. And it's not the fact that you're hating, it's just those hurt feelings that has been balled up. Then and it might be another situation. So it really depends. Revenge, I don't look at revenge as being a defense, a form of hate. I look at revenge as being revenge. They might feel hate for that situation, but they feel like, hey, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. That don't mean I got to hate you. That means you need to feel this pain too. You need to feel how I'm feeling.
Right.
Exactly.
I
Are
get
you
out.
obligated? Let me ask. I got to get this one in. Are you obligated to seek revenge? Are you obligated to acquire justice?
You are always obligated to seek justice for any situation.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. And it also, like for instance, I have an example. Like all these school shootings that's been going on. What do you guys think is causing that much hatred to where someone or a child or whoever is with a weapon is going
lack
into
of knowledge? Lack of knowledge.
Learned behaviors from other people with lack of knowledge.
Yeah.
Rejection.
You're right.
It's
rejection, like you said.
Fear.
But do you think it could be something that they have bottled up, or some kind of, because they do you know how the news always try to reword things or to sugarcoat things and hide things as far as the news?
To answer that now.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
It's all about the household that this particular child was had grown up in. The parents that 9 times out of 10, the parents are negative. The parents issue that same type of transferable energy to them, and because they're at such of a young age, they keep bottled in. This type of energy is bottled up, and also the parents justify these certain type of actions. So when you're inside that house, in a household like that, it's like this child has been raised to do something like that. He doesn't know. He doesn't know any better. What he's doing, he probably plays with guns and stuff like that. And this child thinks all of this is normal. So when this child leaves the household and goes out into the public now, this is like in motion. He got all of these insecurities, all of these feelings that have never been tended to, or energies that haven't been settled and explained, and they explode. They're taking medicine. They're taking like psychological medicines and stuff like that. And if you really pay attention to the title to what we're talking about, the breakdown of the psychological effects of hate. And if you want to go even a little bit deeper now on the psychological affective side, let's even.
Can I say something before you go a little further, Brother Garth? Now, what if it wasn't the household? What if that child was brought up with love? What if they didn't get that from the household? What if they got it from the peers, from in school? What if they got beat up or bullied in school? Okay, now what if they didn't get beat up and bullied in school and they didn't get it from their household?
Okay,
who's to say that one of their ancestors wasn't a murderer or something, and it just trickled down to the next generation?
Right.
You can have generational curse.
Okay, so where did they get the weapon from?
Where they get the weapon from their peers. Somebody knows somebody that knows somebody, and and now today's is 2018.
That's a good one. Internet. I thought I had you with that question. Well, here's another one. Where were the parents? Like, these are the perfect.
The parents are so busy. The parents are so busy vacationing, worrying about their relationships, worrying about their jobs, worrying about if their man or their wife got other kids somewhere else that they ain't even tending to the child at hand. It's something that is being a lack of.
There you go.
That's going on to where.
But you know what? It also could be siblings as well. Sometimes you get siblings.
Hold on, that was hate. Okay, hate is rejection. So this is a child. Their parents too busy. When they need their parents to be there, they're getting rejected.
Right.
So that rejection, right? You got me right. That rejection triggered the energy and emotion.
Right.
This is the beginning of it. Like so. Yeah, parents, man, you gotta like pay attention to your children out there. You see what I'm saying? Because you're gonna trigger some energies, emotion, and they know nothing about taking like how to handle and diffuse these energies and emotions to how they have no way to express themselves. And I think I might have cut you off, Queen. Go ahead. I think you had something to say. Sorry about that.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was just saying because sometimes you have siblings. You might have loving parents. And you may go to a school where, where things are fine, but then you have siblings that you grow up with that do things and pressure you and push you, and you get to a point where, like you guys talked about the building up of all of the emotions, and like, because when I was growing up, I got siblings that used to talk about me, and it created low self-esteem issues, even though, as I got older, I broke out of it. But it does, you get people, it could be a grandmother, it could be anything. It could be anything. The smallest things, even TV nowadays. You could watch, you have a child watch certain TV shows and dream about and wish they could be like what's on TV, and it builds and it creates an enviness in them to where it may not, and it's not always in the same kind of way. When you get people that project that enviness, is not always enforced where it's like violence. They could become conceited or become snotty with other people that they think are, they're projecting their imperfections on other people. You get what I'm saying? I don't know if you guys are following.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They because they feel imperfect, they try to become perfect. And when they see other people that are right, they put out negative energy towards those that are effortlessly, how they are. And I think because of the way that America does things as far as television and all these other things, it creates mental disorders. And I think that's another thing that has a lot to do with how we project energy, what we watch, what we hear, what I'm saying, everything that what we eat, everything. When we like Brother Jamal always tells me about whatever you eat. When we eat animals, those same energy, the energy that that was projected on them while they were being abused, we take on that energy when we eat that meat. You get what I'm saying? We eat their fear. We
Mm-hmm.
eat their. You get what I'm saying? Those
Mhm.
spirits are still on them. If you get what I mean,
Mhm.
like
Right.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why they
So
say you should eat food that's
And I
halal
use this for
because
example, y'all.
they're
Not to cut anybody off, but I I just want to say this, Queen. Say this, but
go ahead,
I'm
I'm
gonna use
listening.
myself for an example. As you know, hatred. Cause when I was younger, I grew up off of hatred. That's all I knew for a good little period of time.
mm,
Like Brother Garth said, rejection. Not as my peers, but more or less like on a family note, like in general. And then you having a witness and you going through so much pain. So your first reaction, and this is how I was thinking, so I could understand what a person would feel that's going in this church, shooting up this church, or going in this school, shooting up this church. Oh well, I said that wrong part. Going in this school, shooting up this school. But anyway, basically what is going on inside their mind is psychological warfare. Something in their mind,
mhm,
something is telling them not to act out their hatred, not that evoke these emotions, but due to the pain is evoking this hatred within them. And because that pain is evoking that hatred, and I want to tell y'all this, it takes a lot of to experience true hatred. It takes a lot of pain. And once you get enough of that pain, it's like somebody shooting themselves up with a needle of heroin. Once you get
mhm,
enough of that rage kicks in, and you become a totally different person. That's when that ego, that pride, that's when all those characteristics come into play, and they real. They actually become a real entity, y'all. Like
mhm,
they're actually here, but they're physically manifested through you and your actions.
mhm,
And that's just from my experience of me dealing with it, because I was to a point where I was filled with hate, where I want to beat people up, I want to shoot this person,
Get
stab
over
this person,
there.
I thought about all kinds of ways to hurt this person. But I had to realize that wasn't my true self. That was more of me from a hurt child with this ego problem, this proud, all these things playing into one, because it was just like, all right, not getting love here, getting yelled at, getting cussed at. Now I got more, and you healed hate off of you. Some people become to the point where they allow you to hit them, they allow you to say them. They enjoy the feeling of hate. It becomes a sensation to them. It's like taking an ecstasy. Once
mhm,
they get that first hit of hate, and they able to in that form of rage or whatever you describe it as, they're not themselves anymore. Like Darnell, well, pardon me, but like May said earlier, you lose your soul in a sense, because that hate in a sense you lose your soul. You lose moral understanding. You throw your morals and your principles out the window. You just like, pardon me, everybody that's watching this. You just like, fuck all that. Fuck my principles, my morals, and what I was taught. This person, I don't like this person. I have a reason to like this person, but I'm fueled by what this nigga did to me. They don't fuel my hate. They don't fuel my anger. They fire. So now I'm finna go do what I gotta do to this person so I can feel good. As I think I'm gonna feel good. And that's where people's mindsets are. They don't realize what they're doing. And then the ones that do realize what they're doing and still continue to do it, they gone.
mhm.
It's like they're not there. Your soul becomes replaced with that hate. So now
Yes.
you just a being living off of hate. You like
Mhm,
a trash bag full of trash.
Yeah, that's true.
I want to
Just
add something. As you can see when I talk, it's like you can barely see my eyes right now. I'm pretty much black as shit, right? So growing up, I was called black as shit. Okay, I was called black
really.
as shit, and I was taught to kind of like, after being called that maybe 565,000 times, you're gonna start believing that you're black as shit. You're gonna start developing a self
Right.
hatred for yourself, the color of your skin. You're gonna wish you were lighter. You
Mm-hmm.
won't be around light people, and you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
feel low self esteem. You're gonna feel low, right? So
Mhm.
growing up in my younger days is like I never understood like the power I have to be this deep
Yes.
hue of
Whew.
melanin. I did
Yes.
not
Yeah.
understand
Yes.
until I reached a certain age the fear that people have of me because I'm this black. I'm not that black now, okay? All right,
Mhm.
but because I'm this hue, people are afraid of me. Because I'm this hue,
Right.
my energy overpowers people and makes them want to reject me.
Right.
Mhm.
And because they feel so weak to me, they want me to reject myself.
Exactly. That's
You
true.
see? So I just want to encourage other people who may be black like me, black as shit, whatever the case may be.
Exactly. My
Well,
brother,
can I
he's
say something?
he's
Hold your
about the
head up
same. Yeah.
Can I say something?
and
Mhm.
and reject that energy. You
Speak
know,
your truth, Queen.
like Queen Nasiba
Speak your
said,
truth.
it's
Uh,
directed. Can you say that again? Because I like how you put that. You know, I'm gonna have to take that. How you say it again? It's directed energy. Also, directed energy. You like that
transfer
ring?
of energy.
Transfer energy. But you, Queen, you
Uh,
sound far away now. Like we can't hear you again.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. I done got too comfortable. What had happened was you said black as shit. Listen here, let me tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen no black shit. I always seen brown, white, green,
Mm-mm.
little
Mm-hmm.
tan, little toffee looking, but I ain't
Mm-hmm.
never seen no black shit. So I'm glad that you got into the knowledge of yourself to understand that there are people that is their hue is so deep complected that you wasn't even
Mm-hmm.
close to be black as shit if that's what they was trying to call it. I just wanted to put that in there. You know, I had to put my little joke
Right.
in there a little bit.
Exactly.
But other
Well,
than
Where
that,
I'm coming from is that hate
I
that people have for that type of for us, our
right.
people, our color,
Can I
our skin
also
color.
add
Right.
in? Can I
They
also add
transferred it.
in?
Midnight.
Yeah.
I was called a black widow spider as a child.
Mm.
That crap did not
Mm-mm.
affect me whatsoever.
Hmm.
It didn't move me. It didn't affect
Mm.
me. I just knew that those three witches was jealous because they was way older than me. I'm in elementary and you in high school, and it don't even make no sense for you to be saying that anyway. So you have people
So I want to
that
add to
don't understand and don't have the knowledge or have been taught in their households or out of their
Mm-hmm.
household or going along with their peers to pick at others,
Mhm.
Right.
and they don't even know themselves.
I want to
Exactly.
add to that though, because like
Mm-mm.
something that's missing is like there is a secret agenda to
Mm-hmm.
get to the psyche of our people to make them
Mhm.
hate themselves.
Right.
Yes.
By transferring hate to our people, they receive it and hate
Mm.
themselves. It's all around. Back in the day when I was growing
Manipulation.
up, to add to what I'm saying, when I was growing up, you didn't see black people on TV. It wasn't black people on commercials. It was you didn't see black people on TV at all. All right,
Mhm.
that's one.
Nope.
Another
Wasn't even
thing
no
is
color TV.
that's me at a young age coming up. Then like in school, I can write down the same thing you got on your test, or you can copy off of me, and my shit will be wrong. You see what I'm saying? Because I ain't break down
Right.
the math all the way. I got the answer right, but I ain't break it down all
Right.
the way. So you mark me wrong because I'm black.
Mm.
Going to get a job,
Right.
going to get a job because I'm dark.
Oh.
You're gonna hire a
Oh.
person with a lighter complexion than me. Watching the news, when you watch the news, you don't see
Yep.
dark people like me on TV. I'm trying to tell you, you don't
Yeah.
see dark people like me even
You're
until this day.
right.
You're
You
not
don't
gonna
see
see a
us
dark
on
black
there.
man like
You
me
don't.
on no TV holding it down. Okay?
They always like
it messes with you
what they
Let
call
me
them
talk, please. Here, let me tell my story. It
I'm
fucks
sorry,
with
house
you
niggas. I'm
psychologically.
sorry.
It gives you low self-esteem. It makes you want to pick up a gun and shoot somebody.
It does.
It make you want to fuck a nigga up. It make you want to
On
try me.
yourself.
Yes, I'm black.
Right.
Yes, what's up? It gets you like that. It fucks with your mentality. We
What's
talking about
happening?
psychological effect of being black. I gotta tell my story. Going, signing out, filling out an application, writing down on the application that I'm Caucasian, I get a call. I get a goddamn call now because I wrote that I'm Caucasian. When I come in, the look on their face when they see a black ass man like me.
Yeah, because it shows that if your resume is good, but then they don't hire you because you're black. That's normally how it goes.
So what do you do? What do you
And
do?
the thing that's so messed up.
Please let me tell my story. Please let me say I have to, because my story is so many other people's stories. What do you do when you hungry as shit? And you going to sleep starving, and you wake up fucking starving, and because you need
Right.
Yeah.
What do you do? How do you survive?
Right.
How do you live out here? How do you be something in life?
Right.
That's why it's best for us to just convert back to our natural way of surviving. This you know, like what I noticed is that we're the most separated nation right now. We're so separated that we separate each other, like just like you guys were saying, we separate each other by shades. We're all black, but we separate each other by shades, light skin versus dark skin, and it's just so stupid. You never see any other culture or race separate each other by shades. You know what I'm saying? We separate each other by that. We separate each other by gangs. You know, I mean, you get every other culture that's involved in gangs, but they mostly exploit. Excuse me for spitting. If you guys seen it, they mostly exploit us though. We're the main upfront of violence for some reason, and most of us are not. We are the most not even violent. My brother's dark skin. Okay, my brother's dark skin. He has dreads. He works in Hunkyville. He works in the suburbs, and the people are scared to talk to him because he's black. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to walk up to him because he's black. And my he's harmless. You get what I'm saying? But because he's black and he got dreads, they look at him as scary. It just goes to show how more superior that we are. And I hate to put it that way because I'm not racist, or I'm not, totally against white people as far as anything like that. But it's true. You get what I'm saying? There's like you said, brother. What is it? Griff? I'm sorry, I keep pronouncing it.
Garf.
Okay.
Garfield, remember the cartoon Garfield?
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna remember that.
I'm sorry,
like
Brother Garf.
But like you said about the darn, I lost my train of thought. Like you said about I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was gonna say.
You was talking about being dark.
Right.
And the power that we have, like, your
brother.
Right. You said something about your brother and how they don't want to talk to him because
he's dark skinned. Right. Yeah. It was something that.
Right.
I forgot what he said.
You was basically saying that you felt like we were superior, but you was like, you're not saying that, to sound racist or, to say that you hate all white people. That's basically what you were saying.
And I guess just to recollect what I was talking about, I'm just saying, like, it's so many traps out there to get to the psyche of a black man like me.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of traps. Yeah.
Right.
I forgot what I was trying to say, but I was gonna. It'll come to me eventually. It'll come out because you know how.
I feel like talking more. I feel like it's some black chocolate young boy or black man out there that's going through what I'm talking about, and they don't know the solution. You see what I'm saying? At one point, I just had to say, you know what?
The biggest psychological trick that they all played on the masses for a long time now is actually labeling dark or black as evil.
Yeah.
There it is.
There it is. Yes.
One thing played this for so long. That's why everybody talk about follow the light. Follow the light. God is in the light. Oh, light.
No, dog.
Now let me ask you guys this really quick. This is a really quick. Now I shared this not too long ago, and I shared this a while ago. There was a sermon with Creflo Dollar. I don't know if you guys have heard it or seen it, but he was speaking on what he would do if he could, if people didn't, how he would deal with people that didn't tithe. Um, and the video was basically he was explaining how he wished he could change his sanctuary to where people could come through metal detectors and they would have to swipe a card, and if they had an offering, then some kind of bell would go off, like, welcome to wherever they are. But if you swiped your card and it didn't have any tithing offering on it or any kind of money, then they would take all the people that didn't have offerings, line them up, give all the ushers Uzis and guns, kill them, and then take their bodies and bury them in a hole, and then go have service with
Oh, that's
everybody
the
else.
American way.
It's
That's the
horrible.
Yep,
American
that
way.
sound romantic.
Because if you can actually
Dollar
say
said
that,
that.
and
Yes. I can share it. I can share it to Jamal, and then he can share it to you guys.
Okay. Cool. I want to hear that because I didn't think he'll fall out like that. But that's the believer set in. It's
that's
all
the
about
American dream.
Yep.
And
That's
and
right.
everybody trying to
That's
play
right, Queen.
that gaining game, because you ain't gonna really actually, most people, I'm gonna say most people ain't really gonna do nothing unless they gonna get something in return.
Yes.
See, in genuality, we ain't looking, well, and from my standpoint, I ain't looking for nothing in return. I want to just give
Can
out.
I say something, y'all?
I just want to give out.
Speak your
Yeah.
truth, Queen.
Go ahead,
Can I say
sister.
Speak
something?
your truth.
See, I'm not mad necessarily when I hear the church got shot up. Okay?
Yeah.
Right.
I ain't really blown away about it because you had no business touching them boys or coming, when I say that, I'm coming from
Right.
the Pope on down, and how we do know how they
Right.
begin to allow politics to have their hands into religion pockets. That's why those two
Yeah.
subjects right there, religion and politics, they don't supposed to go together. But see, they in the bed together. We're gonna call a spade a damn
Right.
spade. Okay. So
Well,
now when you got these two
Right.
people, when you got these two entities that's playing and making love together, now you have created all these other reverends and monsters and ministers that feel like they know what tithing
Yep.
really is. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I pay tithe every day, and I don't
Right.
even have to get out the bed to pay no darn tithe. You want to know why? Because when I'm doing something for my brother and sister, when I'm doing something for my neighbor or my family member, that's paying damn my 10% right there. So when they start talking that crazy talk, this is how I start getting.
Mm-hmm.
Also, to elaborate
Right.
a little further, going into our hue and our color, and all these different hate situations, people got to start waking up. They tell you follow the light,
Right.
but guess what? When you click that damn light on, guess who you gonna see? God. Okay, and it's truest
Ding
form.
ding ding ding.
That's what the light was there in for. The light was to shine just a little glimpse so that you can see, because you can't see nothing in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
You can't see us in the dark. So when you turn the light on and you see us, there you go. You got all shapes, colors, forms, and
Hello.
all the beauty right before your eyes. That's
That's
that. That's
right.
just my mind frame and how I look
Bad.
at it. Now,
Bad.
everybody don't think like how I think. But then now you have people creating crimes on top of crimes because, like I said, the lack of knowledge. Because if you knew better, you would do better. And you wouldn't. And if you knew better, you would do better. You wouldn't have that much fear on what's supposed to help and save your life, or where you actually come from.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody came from nothing, and nothing ain't nothing but a whole bunch of blackness anyway. To get, if you really want to be technical,
Yeah.
you done came through triple darkness from out of the womb. 3 trimesters from out of the womb from of time. And you mean to tell me you thought you just gonna automatically be a bright color, just out of the blue? You already passed through that. You already passed through those stages. So when they start waking up and understanding where they come from and stop trying to make everything a big fight, we can all get along.
Yeah.
Because guess what? Because guess what? The minister said a skunk is black and white. So you may have your own brethren that they can be black as an ace of spade, and they got more white in them than, you know, on that hate trip. Or they ain't even got to have no white on them. They can just be hating from the rip because they don't have the knowledge. Now they don't feel that love on the inside. Because if they felt the love on the inside, they that can help them fight the hate that they want to project to anybody else. That can help them fight the hate that they think they need tithing. You don't need no, and anyway, on top of it, that tithing that everybody pay tithe to supposed to help them throughout their life with their bills or something. They should be able to come back to the church and say, you know what, I'm a little short on this. Can I get some help? Because that's what the church is there for. But being that the church done gotten the bag with the politics,
nowadays you can't even
made a whole big business out of it. And then you don't, and then you want to hide, you want to hide also more of our information on top of messing with the men. Still taking the men away from the women. Come on now, this is a whole big thing when we want to talk about all that with on top of some hate.
Yeah. Yep. And nowadays you can't even bury your loved ones. You can't even ask the pastor to help you bury your loved ones. Nowadays you gotta
want some money out of it.
No. And then they'll say even if you're elderly, they'll tell you, oh well, you haven't been tithing, so we can't help you. And it's so sad because half of these elderly people have been giving and tithing for over 50 years or plus.
But they don't realize that you got ushers, you got reverends, ministers, missionaries, people on a choir board. You got the sister secretary, Sunday school, Saturday school. Everybody plays a part, and it don't cost you every time you go to no church. So they got to stop playing with me, because I can run it all the way down. Did that, done that. So you talking about you're not going to help somebody when they in need. So what you do? Who is the church? The building or yourself?
Right.
Because guess what? I bet you get a paycheck out of it.
There is no
like it doesn't make any sense. Now, and that's some selfishness.
It is.
That's why they said you don't take the creator's word, and I'm not going to use God. You don't take the creator's words and use it for no profit. Education's supposed to be free. All these natural things that we supposed to have without a blink of an eye, they want to put a price tag on it, or they want to put a label on it so they can separate and divide and conquer. So they've been doing this for a long time, baby. They've been doing this before we even got to 2018. They've been doing this before Christ was already on the scene. Because they knew that a people of great strength, of great magnitude, had to be put down because they needed that. They wanted that power. You know, we got to be some powerful people for somebody to want to kill us, take our kids, rape us, kill our men, take the children and offer them off in sex slaves type crap.
Use our
2,500 people a year.
You know what, Jim? I was just getting ready to say
without a blink of an eye, and you don't know where it's at. And I'm tired of looking at a milk carton. Every time I look at a damn milk carton, there's a kid missing.
Yeah.
Because we got to be a powerful people for you to want to erase our history. You want to keep lying to us. You want to take our children and put them into your educational system and treat them all about you, and don't want to put all the information, people of influence into our mix. And we got to learn it once we get older. See, they want to set us back, but they wanted to teach us. But see, that's good. Teach me everything about the devil that I need to already know. So you got to reverse that knowledge that you got. Teach me everything about you that I know, so I know how to deal with you. Because you can still never take my blackness away. You still can never take my goldness away. You still can never take the very thing that make me and you breathe away.
Exactly.
You can't have it. You can have the body, but you can't have the soul, and you can't have my spirit. Because guess what? It's going to live on. It's going to live on through my children, my children's children, and I have to leave something before they have to have this information before I go. This not for me. I'm not talking out of myself. I'm not even coming from myself when I'm talking like this, because I'm hot right now.
Right.
There's no way we can continue to allow this to be what it is. Because we have to stand up or rise up, or we're gonna be still put down right along. We're gonna fall with them, or we're gonna civilize their ass. That's the bottom line.
Right.
Rope their ass back to Europe.
We got
where they belong. Because you're untamed. You done got out here. The information was so beautiful to them that they wanted to steal it for their own, to have power. Because they know their existence is short-lived.
Yeah.
Sister Nasiba, I had a question for you.
Right.
Yes. I was talking about this, what you just said earlier, I think with Brother Mace, right?
Yes.
How are we going to civilize these people?
First, we have to re-civilize ourselves. No, I said re-civilize ourselves.
We have to realize who we are first. We have to wake our people up.
Exactly. We have to re-civilize ourselves, because guess what? We are living in, as I said, this is the American dream. We are living in the American dream. We're living in their dream. We got to wake up from the nightmare. Wake up. They got to wake up all over. I see wake up. And when I even punch into Facebook, I'm seeing, hey, somebody saying wake up. We have to wake up. And when you wake up and you realize who you are, and you find that civilization within yourself, the very do's and the don'ts,
tap out of the matrix.
Channel into that hurt and that pain and knock it out. Put some healing there.
Yes.
When you channel into it and you know what's really the bottom line, because you got to get up under the surface. We can touch upon on the surface all day long, but when you get upon the surface and you touch it right where it hurts at, and you putting the Band-Aid on that wound, and you suturing it and you sewing it up so that you can fix it, so that you can come out and help heal somebody else, that's when you done civilized yourself.
Right.
That's when you begin to love yourself, because now you have, it's no more of a lack of. Now you have abundance.
Right.
And it's coming in. You have to have an open mind. I'm not saying take everything as face value, but you're going to have to do your research. You're going to have to stay around positive people. Because if you're around negative energies, that's going to keep blocking you and keep hitting you off your square. And it's not going to fulfill your cipher.
Drain you.
And then once you begin to do that, you can come out and help people a whole lot more. You'll be able to take those blows and be like, I done knocked that off. I done experienced that. You thought you was doing something.
Exactly.
Because guess what? We already have the map. We got so much information that's before us, and this modern technology, that there's really no room to be slipping right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
That's true. Because we're living in a world where we're taught that God is fear, and our people are fearless. You get what I'm saying? And when you gain the knowledge that you're supposed to gain, once you open your eyes and you see the things, and you actually see reality. When you actually see reality, you become fearless, because you're empowering yourself with the knowledge that you're supposed to be,
that's a key thing that you just said, sister. You said becoming fearless, because you also stated just now that we are taught to fear God. We are taught to fear our creator. We are taught to fear the very entity that created us. That's a shame for somebody to want to take that and separate you from your God. See, that's a separation right there. If you fear him. And because it's so much that I don't know if I could come and really fall on my knees and ask my creator this, that, and the third, or really sit down and have that oneness, that soul to soul conversation that, every individual should have within themselves, enough to get that channel in with their creator on how they believe, their belief system. I don't care if you're coming Christianity, Buddhism, Islam, in any other one of those, because there's so many.
One of the things,
you know.
one
So,
of the
but when you
things-
touch bases on that inner person within you, that creator within you, that God, that 1%. Because I'll tell a person real quick, you know, you got 0.00000 all the way down to the 1. I'm a jealous little God. I am. So, and I don't even consider myself a God, but I know that 1% because he got 99 attributes. And it's and you know, 100 makes a whole, not 99. So where's that 1% there? That's us. That's every last individual that's on this earth that he want us to extract that hate, extract that deceit, extract all those negative entities from ourselves so that we can come back to the essence. And if we ain't trying to do that so that we can fulfill our destiny, then what's the purpose? We're gonna be still sitting here talking the same talk, and then we're gonna be done died off, ain't left nothing for these kids to do nothing with. And then the enemy gonna win because you know it's more of a spiritual fight anyway.
It sound like Mason want to say something.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, one
I need you to
thing,
go
you
to
know,
sleep.
we doing things predicated off of somewhat people provide. And that's the whole biggest deception and hate. See, the deceiving part is actually giving you stuff that you already have. And that's why we already have something that's way more potent than any book or anybody can actually give us, and that's the part of nature. And see, we be looking for a purpose in this life when our purpose is actually to be as healthy as possible.
Exactly.
To be able to be another part of nature that actually plenishes the earth without boxes.
Contribution.
Right. Far as your carcass, as your body, interposing in the earth, giving its nutrients back to the earth, and your
exactly
end up going into another
Round the tree.
So with that, when we actually talking about waking up, we got to actually understand the true purpose of our life, period. Or I don't want to say life because it got a lie in it. It's hidden. Our existence. Our existence. See, our existence is of a part of nature, not a part of a world. Most people put a world, which is actually a war. That's why I say I don't play chess anymore. Why? Because they put me in war that I don't even want to be in. I want to be a part of nature.
Right.
Being part of nature where nature accepted me for who I am. Because it actually let me be existing. See, that's why hate is a physical, it's the psychological breakdown of your true nature, of your existence.
Right.
That true nature of your existence is breaking down the whole atmosphere that we walking on this earth in is breaking down all of it. It has been doing it for a mighty long time because of hatred and deception and deceiving and lying and thievery and all type of stuff.
Treachery.
You know, so this hate goes deeper than we actually understand in full point of view.
That hate is part of some type of entitlement that people feel. So if I feel like I'm entitled to it, I want that power.
Yeah, see, people want power instead. You want to be in tune, tuning yourself up to exit this existence. See, we trying to hold on to this existence when this existence ain't that long.
That's right.
So, because if you start understand the difference between
hold on. Only truth. You're right. This existence is not that long in these bodies.
That's right.
Go ahead. You get another body. Life is long. Life is long. You get another body, but these bodies don't last that long.
Yeah.
Bodies break, you get another body.
Yeah,
You get another body.
you get another
See,
vehicle.
that body, that energy transfer in is separated with multiplication that does down the common sense.
Right.
So see, we got multiple things that causing this hate. Multiple. So it ain't just no hate of people. It's the hate of the existence of life. The
Oh,
existence.
can I add something then, brother
A hate of self.
Mason?
Uh-huh.
Because you just said something that made my mind trigger back to a little bit of some ancient history. Can love,
Uh-oh.
hear me now? Can love turn into hate? And the reason why I'm asking that question, because you can be in love with someone, you know, like how they used to have arranged marriages. And a lot of times men or women die because, or they kill themselves, or because they didn't want to be in those arranged marriage. They hated it, or they didn't want to marry that king or that queen or whatever that made them hate.
See that love is love, period. You know what I'm saying? But see that word love, that word love ain't that old in existence.
Well, if you stop me from loving who I want to love, you gonna make me hate you.
Right. I mean, anything that stop you for doing what you want to do, you ain't gonna like it.
Right.
I don't care what it is. Even if you want to do something wrong, if one's trying to stop you from going over there to murk dude, you're gonna be mad as hell because you want to do it. So anything that stops you,
you're gonna pop him.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna interfere with what you want to do. That's common sense.
That's like somebody got to get it
right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Just stopping me from doing what I want to do. Because see, one thing in life, you always got to do something to ease your mind, not put your mind in stress.
That's right.
Right.
I tell anybody, if that's on your mind, that strongly to do, then it's best for you to do it because that's your purpose.
Well, you know what, you said something also very powerful, because we want to ease our mind instead of add stress. And guess what? We are a people that's under a lot of stress, so our mind is not at ease. And as long as they have all this technology and the stuff that's going on to allow our mind not to ease, we can't halfway sleep right at night. Our eating habits. Oh, you can't eat eggs. There's something wrong with the milk. All this extra stuff that you putting out there create a disease within ourselves, so that now we're not even working on the proper frequency so that we can block off all the other characteristics of hate and disloyalty and harm and crimes and stuff that's going on, in the division and the separation of our people.
And you know what? If I may ask, do you know what?
Yes.
It's because, see, we be thinking this thing called conscience is a good thing, but when you actually start being aware of it, you become aware of it. Far as consciousness, you build up your consciousness. You taking away from your subconscious. See, most people run around, I'm conscious, and you spiritually lacking the whole thing.
You lacking what?
You spiritually lacking the whole thing. You know how I did it too. I'm so conscious, I'm so aware. But see, in this consciousness, it takes away from your subconscious. It takes away from your lift of your true soul, period. So it wasn't meant for us to see all this bull crap that we created, period.
You know, just to kind of pick up on what you guys were talking about as far as purpose and stress, and while we're stressing and stuff like that, I was just thinking, why do you guys think that they push for us to live out our dreams? You know what I'm saying? Or as children, what would you like to be when you grow up? Like, do you think the purpose of that is to create for them to push their agenda as far as creating the American dream to keep their process going.
Yes, I
Your
do.
dream.
I feel that they put that like that. What is it that what you want to be when you grow up? Because they want the elite. They want the
Mhm,
best of the best. And as long as I got the
Mm-hmm.
best of the best on my side, I can
mhm,
still flourish in the powers that I want to have. See, that goes
Mm-hmm.
along with you know, when I say the elite, even with mythology, they talk about Hercules and all that stuff. They wanted him on his side, you know. If they don't got the they don't
Right.
got the best on their side, then guess who they got to fight against? So of course, yeah,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
when you're grown, when you're a child, they you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be an astronaut, this, that, and the third. They want the best of the best. That's why
Mhm,
education is free when you getting all A's, when you got a G.A of a
Mm-hmm.
4 and better.
mhm. Just
So
like I
that's
was.
how they keep
Mm-hmm.
track. That's how they keep track of who who they want, so they don't have to fight. They would rather keep you than to really kill
Pick
you.
and
But if they got
choose.
to kill you so that they can keep their dream going, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Just like I remember telling Jamal a while ago, and I told him this in portions. We were a dollar sign before we even before we even conceived. We're considered a dollar sign. Before we're born, we're a dollar sign. It costs to have a baby. When you're born, you know what I'm saying. When you grow up, you got to go to school. You get what I'm saying. Everything is a process. It costs for you to live. It
Corporation.
also costs for you to die. And in a lot of ways, you can
Mm-hmm.
barely afford it. You can't afford. You gotta once you go to school, they promote you to go to college, and you're before you can even go out into your adulthood to live out these dreams that they put in your minds that you can just grow up and be. You're gonna be in debt before even able to do that. You get what I'm saying? Then you gotta live the rest of your life working as a modern day slave, huh? No, no, no. I'm talking to somebody else. It's my mother, y'all. Sorry. Um, but you live the rest of your life as a modern day slave, paying off this debt of the American dream, and then, but by the time that you pass, you either still have not been able to pay off that debt, did not go to school, and you're just living off of the government. Either way it go, you're a working slave. And by the time that you die, no one can, as people can either be able to afford to bury you or not. And it still costs money to bury you. So your whole entire life, you're working as a slave, and you're a debt slave basically. And
Well,
and
sister, I want to elaborate on that and take it a little further because just like you said, very true. We
mm,
um were born with dollar signs. We were born within that because our ancestors are already valuable. I'm taking it all the way back.
mhm,
Us just being who we
Oh,
are. They know that we are people of great power, great of a great
right.
magnitude. We possess. We're like the giants. We come from them. We come from them. I'm saying that just like this, not really trying to elaborate too much, but we come from them. And so with them knowing where we actually come from, they wanted to put a price on it.
right, exactly. Just like I was, yeah, you're right. Just like I
So
was
our
telling you.
ancestors, even all the way up until our modern time of them being slaves, they was already in that realm. They was already in that realm. You got to pick
Mm-hmm.
everyone. You got to pick cotton. You got to or whatever the case, whether you work in the mill or whatever entity of making that money to back up the very
Cooking and
thing. See,
cleaning.
it's like this. They already making money off you anyway. They was already making money off you upon your ancestors. And once they had a baby, now that's more money in our pockets. So now that
Mm-hmm.
we have more money and you have to come out and make money just as you being you,
Mhm.
we already took out some money on top of you. So we just really want you to make your own money, so we don't have to give you what we already making off you anyway. So yeah, now that you want to go to school and you want to try to be all that you be, and you want to take that loan off, if you don't get away from me, it's gonna be some big problems. And you want to take that loan out, all they doing is doubling it. They want you to succeed so they can still get the money off of it. But when you double it, you ain't getting nothing out of it, but they still getting their profit off of it.
Just finesse.
And when you die, we expect for your children to pay your expenses.
What's
on top
the
of your
solution?
death, and on top of your
Lord.
death expensive, and whatever you owe too, because we still want to make good on the investment that we invested in you upon you asking for a loan. You see how that worked? What you was about to say, Brother Garth?
What's the solution?
The solution to getting out of their debt?
Yeah.
We have to educate ourselves. We have
Man,
to educate
Can I
ourselves.
add? I just want to add. You got to say, fuck their technology. All right? You have to
It's not
own
their
your own.
technology. Their technology is ours.
Hold on.
Can I say this before you go
I
there?
ain't seen no Apple laptop on the walls of Egypt.
But listen, no, but what I'm saying,
technology did start in Egypt, though. No, seriously, it did.
Listen, what I'm saying is the technology has already been there. It already existed. Just like this, we all on this same earth, right? Okay, they got astronauts that travel out into space, but ain't now one of them. And you hear when I say ain't now one of them, can tell you before actually the 1900s, how this earth weighed. Nobody couldn't tell them that. They still was off of the earth is square or the earth is round. Now we got information that can tell you how many tons this earth weighs. They didn't have that then.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to say this
so
again.
The technology wasn't never theirs.
I'm saying
the black man had to come and tell you something about this earth.
Where I'm getting at is, do we have our own laptops made by black people today? Do we have our own cell phones made by black people today? Do we have our own technology, current technology right now made by our people today? So fuck their technology. We need
what I'm saying is, let me answer that.
In today's world, basically, it started with us, though. It started with us, and they took our ideas, just like
I hear. Hold on, no, because you're not getting what I'm saying. I hear that. I agree.
You saying with us having a laptop with my name on it? No. But guess what? I bet you I made that motherboard.
You're not hearing me out.
I bet you I made that motherboard, though.
Hold on, Queen.
So I mean, like, just because I don't have my name, my name ain't Gaines on that Apple computer.
Let me get it out. Just let me get it out. Fuck they technology. Throw that shit away. Throw it in the trash. We need to develop our own technology. We need to leave that shit alone until we can figure out how to since they got it from us, we need to tap into how to remake it the right way. This technology is giving our people cancer. Have you heard about 5G? This is like, they got 4G, 4 gigabytes. Now they're going up to 5G, and this is going to put radiation on people. Like they're going to turn like your Wi-Fi router into radiation and cook you while you sleep. That's what I'm saying. Fuck their technology. What about
let me tell you what
GMO
you do about that.
Hold on now. What about GMO foods? That's what I'm saying. Fuck their technology. They're playing God. Once you throw their technology away and don't use it, they're going to be missing out on money. They're going to lose money. When they lose money, they're going to starve. When we own our own technology, food, clothing, shelter, these type of things, and don't put our money into them, and don't go to the movies and watch Black Panther and make Black Panther $1 trillion, we need that $1 trillion, right?
Pressure.
We need that money. That $1 trillion, we need that. That would change a lot of lives. That would change a lot of black lives. So let me say it again. Fuck their technology. Excuse my French, but that's not embracing their technology. It's not going to liberate us as a whole.
Right, but when I say that, we have to understand who the enemy is and who's not. And when you say fuck their technology, I say the technology that they have in their possession doesn't belong to them.
But they have it right now. It doesn't belong to them. But if you were to go
That's
to a
just
remote island and
that's
hear me
just
out
like
and use it, hear me out. If you was to go to a remote island and and use the internet and a laptop and shit, they're gonna break into your shit. They created it. They know
Right.
how it works. They're going to know exactly what you're doing. There's no way to get around that. So
that's
when you go
because
and
they
figure
got
it out
some smart
yourself,
aleck that
come up
look
with
like me and
when
you
you gotta listen to
that's
me
get
now. Yeah,
but they
hear me
got
out.
some
When
that's
you go
because they
to
got some smart aleck that look like me and you that's so educated that's on their side. The very thing that the sister asked.
I don't think, but he's not looking out for us as a people.
That's
So
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying is you
They
come
wrong,
up
they're on
with
the wrong
something
side.
with the same concept as a computer, but it functions way different. So when you use it, no one else can tap into it and spy on you. No one else can tap into it
Right.
and sell it to
So
someone else. Did you know? I hope you know we being spied
Right.
on our Facebooks and all social media. We being spied on. They looking for our greatness to extract
Oh
it.
yeah.
Let all of us talk about elephants, and I bet you next year you're gonna see movies of elephants. You're gonna see the black elephant. Okay, so they
Right.
called exploiting us. Like
Black
yeah,
turtle.
it's the
they
census.
black
It's a
people like
census.
this.
It's a modern media census. Just like they
There
do the
it is.
census every 10
That's a good
years to
way.
see who's all in your house and this, that, and the third. That's the same
Right.
thing that they do with this modern technology. How many people going to be on FB? How many people going to be on Instagram? How many people going to be on Yahoo, and all that stuff? Yes, this is a
Right.
modern census, but we're smarter than that.
How many more
Everything
illusions
that
we
they
could put
made,
through
we always broke the code. Because we know better. So that's why, yes, okay, F they technology, but at the same token, it don't even belong to them. So to answer your question,
Well,
how do we uh own our own? We could create it
Technology.
ourselves. We could put the block on it ourselves.
I'm gonna
Yes,
say this.
because all these things are available to us. We can do that.
I'm gonna say this right
We can
here,
make a
Queen.
motherboard right now and
I
put the
wouldn't say
computer
that.
together and put that board and the programs and all that stuff on there. We can do those things.
I wouldn't say. I wouldn't say that it was necessarily. And I'm gonna tell you why I say that before I say anything else. The reason why I say that is because of these simple reasons. One,
Yeah, that's Darnell. I'm sending him a link right now to see if I can get him back.
oh,
I don't know what happened,
okay,
but
but
hey
like,
guys, it's about to be that
hold on,
that
but
limit. I guess we gonna like close it up. Let's see if Darnell gonna get back in here so he can be a part of the close, or he'll still come in. I'm gonna just wrap it up.
okay,
That's what it is. This is the Temple Breakdown. We just
okay,
broke down the, the psychological effects to hate. Um, if you guys
right.
know, remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Let us know what you think about this build in the comment section below. Once again, I'm Garth from Heru. Thank you for tuning in.